the scenes this year?
Well, we'll rely on those guys along with Looney and Clay at some point, just to try to teach everybody, all the new people here, what we're about, and not only plays and schemes and that kind of stuff, but just our culture and our feel, and so those two in particular, Steph and Draymond, will play a huge role early on in camp as we're trying to establish kind of a sense of who we are.
Anthony Slater with The Athletic. We just got the news on Willie that he's going to miss it probably all of October. Two things. I mean, does that already basically give Kevon Looney the starting center job? And then how does that complicate your big man rotation?
Well, it basically leaves us with, just two, maybe three centers when you look at it, with Allen and Omari and Looney. So to answer your question, yeah, Looney probably starts. Looney's the starting center. Alert! You guys getting your alert? Raymond, did you get the alert on your phone?
It's ready.
Okay, let me check on mine. Yeah, I mean, and I've got bigger plans for Loon anyway. I think I've told you guys that. He's one of our best players. He's moved up the ladder considerably with all of the losses that we've had. And so not only is he one of our best players, but he's one of the guys who has the most experience and the feel that we need with this group to try to incorporate the young guys. So, yeah, I'd like to play Looney as many minutes as possible. And we'll wait on Willie, obviously, and it's a long season and it's a tough way for him to start, but it's just the reality. So we'll see how it goes.
First row, right-hand side, Connor.
Steve, Connor Letourneau, San Francisco Chronicle. How different would you describe the vibe in training camp this year as opposed to just your past few years with this team?
I would compare this training camp to the first one that our staff had in 2014, so 5 years ago, when we were really brand new to each other and getting used to one another and getting the system kind of to the point where we felt comfortable with what we were doing. We were experimenting with a lot of different things before we kind of settled on a rotation and how we were going to play, what our defense would look like exactly. I think that'll be a similar feel this year. We have a lot to experiment with, a lot of combination possibilities, and so it's a really, really important camp. And I would say we will have to work much harder than we have had to the last 4 seasons because of the number of new players. We've got a lot of work to do.
Second row, right-hand side, Ann.
Hi, Steve. Ann Killian, San Francisco Chronicle. Along those lines, just how does this feel for you? I mean, is there a certain excitement? Is there a certain challenge that maybe hasn't been there for the last couple of years? Just on a personal level, from a coaching standpoint, how are you approaching this year?
Well, I'm excited about it. It's different. It's a very different season. Every year is a different challenge, and the circumstances are unique. And this is such a dramatic change from where we've been over the last 4 years that I think it allows for more change, more internal evaluation. What can we do better? The new building is almost a metaphor for how we can approach the season. We've got a chance to reset some things, anything that we feel like could improve our team. It's a great opportunity to start fresh on some things. And yet, as I was saying to Mark, we'll rely heavily on our veteran players, Steph and Draymond and Loon, Clay, to kind of pave the way for the younger players. We want to maintain the culture that we've built, but we want to make sure our players are put in the best position to succeed. And the last 4 years, we pretty much knew exactly what that meant. We don't really know what it means this year. So that's why we have a lot of work ahead, but it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it.